But let's not pretend Gabriel is the answer. Shedeur is more equipped to handle a pathetic offensive line, a pathetic, predictable play calling. I mean, he dealt that with Pat Schumer and Boulder, so he can handle it. He's been proven to be having the ability to handle that, to adjust, to adapt.
The college football world just got shaken to its core. Dillon Gabriel, the quarterback everyone had penciled in as the next unstoppable force, finally cracked. One loss, and suddenly the narrative flipped overnight. Fans who once crowned him the Golden Boy are now asking the million-dollar question. Can Shedeur Sanders seize this moment? Because when one giant slips, another hungry contender always steps forward, and right now, all eyes are locked on Colorado's fearless leader.
But if you're a real sports fan and a real NFL fan and you know the game of football, that wasn't the game. That Dillon Gabriel is not the franchise quarterback that the Cleveland Browns need. Me personally, it's time to turn to Shedeur.
Dillon Gabriel's first loss wasn't just a defeat on the scoreboard, it was a seismic shift in momentum, the kind of moment that defines seasons and reshapes storylines. For weeks, he looked like a machine, precise, efficient, and unbothered by pressure. Then came the stumble. Every quarterback faces that day when the rhythm fades, decisions get cloudy, and the game that once looked effortless starts demanding answers. Gabriel's time finally came, and with it, the spotlight swung elsewhere, directly onto Shedeur Sanders.
If you look at the way Dillon Gabriel played and the way that offense was constructed from Kevin Stefanski, Dillon Gabriel played like a robot. It was a lot of dip and dunks. It was a lot of rollouts and just throw the ball to the running back coming out of the backfield. It was a lot of opposite directions, just getting the ball out quick.
The timing couldn't be more perfect for Shedeur. The football gods have a funny way of opening doors when others close. Gabriel's loss has cracked the top of the rankings just enough to let someone new breathe that rarefied air. For Shedeur, this is more than a ranking opportunity. It's a reputation moment. He's spent every week battling doubters, analysts, and defensive coordinators, determined to prove he's just a headline, not a Heisman threat. But this could be his window, the one that turns promise into proof.
You going out there first, no one's rooting for you. Unless you out this perfect, everything you do is going to be a target. Oh man, look, it was okay. He had 3 turnovers, he did this, and eventually you're going to be getting booed by that Cleveland Browns stadium. They want to see him play to see if he's good or not. That's just the way it is. No one cares about the rest. It's him.
When a top quarterback takes his first hit of reality, the ripple effect is massive. Dillon Gabriel's loss doesn't just bruise his record, it shakes the entire college football hierarchy. Coaches start rewriting strategies, analysts start redrawing playoff pictures, and fans start dreaming of upsets. And in the middle of that storm sits Shedeur, staring at a lane that suddenly looks wide open. All he has to do now is step through it, with poise, precision, and that trademark Deion Sanders confidence pulsing through every throw.
Now that's insane. Watching him felt like watching Tua Tagovailoa for Miami Dolphins without the long bombs. You know what I mean? Barely any. Let's just be real. Just quick 5-yard outs, slants, and nothing downfield. The Browns offense looked like they were protecting a rookie Pop Warner quarterback, not an NFL starter.
Let's be real. Shedeur's season has already been a test of endurance. The hits he's taken, the scrutiny he's faced, the relentless noise around him. It's been a gauntlet, but he's never lacked composure. That's what makes this moment so dangerous for everyone else. While Dillon Gabriel regroups and recalibrates, Shedeur's got the chance to make a statement so loud that the playoff committee can't ignore it. This isn't just about capitalizing on another man's stumble. It's about proving that Shedeur's ascent isn't luck, it's inevitable.
Ian Rappaport points out something that nobody else wants to talk about, that it's been nothing but positivity from behind the scenes on Shedeur. Kevin Stefanski says he's working. The head coaches say he's working. And now the Browns are still expected to start Shedeur Sanders at some point.
Gabriel's loss might also expose something bigger, the illusion of invincibility. College football loves its perfect records and polished narratives. But one upset is all it takes to remind everyone how fragile dominance really is. And that's where Shedeur thrives. He's built for chaos. He doesn't crumble when things get unpredictable. He adapts, improvises, and finds a way to keep the game entertaining. Where others see pressure, he sees opportunity. And this one might be the biggest yet.
But if you're really watching the game and you're watching Dillon Gabriel throw the ball down the field, he just doesn't have it. Anything that's past 15 yards, Dillon Gabriel don't have it. It's a lot of times that he was just throwing the ball and he had no control over the ball. A lot of plays, throwing the ball to the sidelines.
For Shedeur, this week is about rewriting perception. Every Heisman conversation that left his name in the fine print now has reason to reconsider. Gabriel's setback reopens that race, making every performance from here out count double. If Shedeur comes out firing, commanding the offense, extending plays, and silencing critics with numbers that can't be ignored, he won't just climb the rankings. He'll take control of the narrative. It's no longer about whether he belongs. It's about how far he can go when the stage is his alone.
I made you look. Yeah, I told you so. I told you so. And the Minnesota Vikings was shooting, and they was gunning to beat Dillon Gabriel. So as you can see, Dillon Gabriel lost to the Minnesota Vikings. And what I can tell you, man, you can get this nigga all the balls. Yes, you get him all the turnovers, and he can't win. I tell you this, Joe Flacco would have won that game.
The fascinating part about moments like this is how they test mentality as much as skill. Gabriel now has to prove he can rebound from adversity, while Shedeur gets to prove he can thrive on opportunity. It's two storylines moving in opposite directions, and the intersection is where legends are written. The nation's watching to see who adjusts faster, the one recovering from a fall, or the one sprinting toward the open door ahead.
What I'm telling you all is that Dillon Gabriel is a 4th to 5th round mocked player, right? He can't elevate this Browns team more than it can. I love Dillon Gabriel. I think he's going to be a great player. He's going to be a great backup. They need to work to get the offense to support Shedeur, because Shedeur is not a dink and dunker.
Colorado fans can already sense it. There's energy building. The feeling that this might be the week Shedeur transforms from headline grabber to legitimate contender. Every yard, every touchdown, every decision he makes from here could reshape how the season ends. And make no mistake, if he delivers while Gabriel wobbles, it'll redefine the entire race for supremacy. Momentum is a currency in college football, and Shedeur's stock is primed to soar.
And let's talk about those passes. Dillon Gabriel's longest completion was 17 yards. 17 goddamn yards. 17! This man is the only quarterback in the NFL right now who hasn't thrown a single pass over 20 yards. I looked at the facts. I looked at the stats.
Still, it's not automatic. The same spotlight that opens opportunity also brings scrutiny. If Shedeur falters while trying to capitalize, critics will be merciless. But that's what separates the greats from the rest. The great ones don't shy from the weight of expectation. They use it as fuel. Deion Sanders has drilled that mentality into his son from day one. The belief that pressure isn't a threat, it's a privilege. And now, that philosophy faces its biggest test.
The way they've handled this situation has been horrible.
With the two rookie quarterbacks dating all the way back to when Jimmy Haslam, the Cleveland Browns owner, got in the media and said, he wasn't my guy. I didn't pick him. That was an Andrew Berry thing. You already creating tension in the locker room.
Meanwhile, Dillon Gabriel's response to this loss will tell us everything about his durability. A single defeat can be humbling, but it can also be clarifying. The real question is whether he rebounds with the same fire that built his reputation. If not, Shedeur's poised to take the crown, not because Gabriel failed, but because Shedeur never stopped pushing. The best players don't wait for opportunity. They prepare so that when it arrives, they're already ready. This week could mark the turning point in two careers. Gabriel faces a battle to protect his legacy. Shedeur faces a chance to expand his. Both are talented, both are hungry, but only one can seize the narrative now that the balance has shifted. And judging by the energy around Boulder, Shedeur Sanders is not planning to let this moment slip by.
Flacco just had too many turnovers. Yes, at that time against that team. But yes, this one where the Cleveland Browns was up on turnovers, making Minnesota turn the ball over, and Dillon Gabriel come in and he can't drive down the field. I told you, the Cleveland Browns would not score 30 points this season. The only time you will see the Cleveland Browns score 30 points this season was Shedeur Sanders preseason game.
The college football season is a living organism, constantly evolving, reacting, and reshaping itself around wins and losses. Dillon Gabriel's first stumble created a vacuum, and Shedeur has the swagger, talent, and timing to fill it. The story isn't just about who lost, it's about who's ready to rise. Because every dynasty starts with an opening, and this might just be Shedeur's. As the lights shine brighter and the stakes rise higher, this chapter could define both quarterbacks. Gabriel's first loss is a reminder that perfection fades fast, but opportunity lasts for those bold enough to grab it. And right now, Shedeur Sanders is standing at the edge of something monumental. A chance to prove that his moment isn't coming someday. It's already here.